Hi guys, it's Hilary, and so I know a lot of us are at home, so I just wanted to give you a nice kind of a Mat 101 Pilates workout, but with the wall. So the thing that the wall can offer us is some height, and so sometimes when we're just weight bearing on the floor, gravity comes and does its little monstrous thing where it pushes us all down. So being able to play up the wall allows us to take some of the gravity's effects off, which can be really helpful. So yeah, this is for lots of different ages and abilities. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna lay myself down. I'm relatively close to the wall. If you feel smushed by the wall, what I do often is I'll turn my legs sideways and then I'll kind of swivel and then put them up. I'm looking for a nice 90-degree angle. So I'm gonna start, I'm gonna get myself wiggled and cozy, and then I'm gonna put my hands on my ribs. I'm gonna relax my shoulders, and I'll take a nice deep breath in. I'm gonna inhale, and I'm gonna exhale, and relax my shoulders. Allowing my feet to have a little bit of push into the floor, and again, and exhale, and let your shoulders relax. And let's do this 2 more times, and then 1 more. Now, I want to bring awareness to your pelvis. Where your pelvis sits when you're standing or when you're sitting has everything to do with what shapes the health of your hamstrings and of your low back and of your core complex, okay? So I'm going to kind of dig in there, and I'm going to find my hip bones, and what I want to do is I want to tuck and push my low back to the ground, and then I want to go the other direction where I arch my back and my hip bones angle down, and I have a little space. And these are called pelvic tilts. I'm going to tuck my tailbone, and then I'm going to go ahead and reach. Now, not a big move, but that's why we're doing 101 stuff. I want you to notice what happens to your chin and your neck as you move. What happens to your rib cage as you move. What happens to your feet as you move. I'm not looking for you to experience any specific thing for now. I just want you to take note. What causal and effects happen. And then I'll go ahead. And I don't want to be like Goldilocks. The porridge is too hot, the porridge is too cold, but I want to be where the porridge is just right. And that's where we want to live in Pilates. So what I'm going to do to know what that means is I'm going to go all the way tucked. I'm going to go all the way arched. And then I want to stop in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and push my ribs down. And then I want to close my eyes because I don't want to see, I want to feel. I want to push into my big toe. What does that do to your knees? Does that make them knock in? If it does, can you push into your big toe, but also let your knees be about the distance of your fist? Maybe, give or take. Do your kneecaps go up towards the ceiling? Can you push down your big toe, and can you make that happen? And if you can't, why? I want to spark your thought. I want to spark your curiosity, creativity. Can you do that? All right, now can you push down your pinky toe? Does your knees change? Hopefully not, but if they do, why? What does that do? And can you imagine, because we're not weight bearing on our feet, can you imagine when you are standing, dropping onto your big toes, what does that do? What does that do? And what I want to do is create a healthy boat here on the bottom of your foot, or a healthy triangle. I want to have my big toe, my small toe, and I want to push onto the rim of my heel. So one of my favorite analogies were pretend like you were in a boat and the boat was going to sink if you didn't plug the holes, and the holes under your big toe, your small toe, and your heel. And can you feel the energy of the wall? Can you squeeze, and can you draw your heels, don't move them, but draw your heels down towards your butt? And can you squeeze, and can you get the back side, and can you relax your shoulders, and can you feel the energy from your feet? Your feet are so wonderful and so important. It can provide such a great gateway. All right, so from here, we're going to go ahead and go into mobilizing your low back. That's often a thing that we talk about. I'm going to bring my hands to the side. My triceps can help support me to help battle that. Sometimes what people do is they push into fetal position to like feel safe. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down, lengthen your neck, and I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale. I'm going to now tuck my tailbone, roll myself, I'm going to reach my tops of my knees away, and I'm making a long line. I don't want to get squished in my neck, so if you don't need to go so high, that's okay. And then I'm going to take a nice deep breath in at the top, and just as if I were laying down a strand of pearls, I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale, I'm going to keep my high knee up, and I'm going to lay down my breastbone, one vertebrae at a time, relaxing the shoulders and the neck, and working through to lengthen out the low back, where it can sometimes be tricky. And then once I get to the bottom, I'm gonna untuck my tailbone, breathe in, I'm gonna exhale, and I'm gonna curl and lift and reach back up. Opening my chest, opening my hips, and I feel my buddies engage, and I'm gonna roll myself back down like I'm laying down a strand of pearls. I often will do this with my eyes closed so I can feel instead of see what I'm doing, because we need to feel it, not so much see it. I'm gonna inhale, I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna tuck my tailbone up, and I'm gonna roll, and I'm peeling myself up just with the same demeanor as going down. Now guys, if this angle doesn't work for you, you can take your feet up the wall. Ergonomically, we would like it to because it's a nice 90-degree angle, but again, we're learning about our body, so feel free to play with where your feet are, but do push down on your big toe and your small toe. Lifting up, and then I'll roll myself back down. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling. There's 1, and roll. Really working through that low back. And then last one. All right, so to make this work a little bit more, if you feel like alligators are chomping on your hamstrings, feel free to rest. A little biohack, the more out you go, the harder it'll be. The closer to the wall, the easier it'll be, okay? So feel free to make those adjustments as you need to. I want to feel this in my glute complex, okay? So if you feel those alligators chomping on your hamstrings, reset and make it work for you. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale, I'm going to tuck my tailbone, I'm going to lift my hips up. I'm squeezing my bottom on the, I'm going to do my my left side, but I'm going to squeeze my right side. I'm going to march my left leg up, and I'm going to tap it down. I'm going to lift it up and tap it down. This also gives me something to see, that I can see that my hips are squared. And if they're not, I can use my hands to help support myself into that position. 5, 6, and gravity helps lengthen this hamstring. 7, and 8. Now I'm going to reach my knee past my knee. I'm going to touch the tiptoe to the wall. I'm going to pull it back in. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, touch my tiptoe to the wall. And notice that when I'm moving, my hips aren't getting saggy. No saggy hips here. Yes. Nothing. We don't want anything to sag. I'm going to go 4, 3. I'm creating space and lengthening 2. And then I'm going to keep that leg up. And then I'm going to lengthen behind my body and back. And this really stretches my hamstring. 2, relax your neck and shoulders. 3, 4, reach. 5, you look so good. 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to draw pretty circles on the ceiling. 3, I lived in New York City for a while. Make them so pretty you could sell them on the streets of New York. 3, 2, and can you reverse it for me? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last thing is I'm going to finish with a single leg bridge. I'm going to kiss my tailbone down, and I'm going to pop back up for 8 and 7. If this is killing you, you can cross over. 6. I'm going to try and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now notice that this leg is liberated and free. If this leg is tired, don't worry. If you're going to be letting it stretch up there, okay? I pushed away a little bit, so I'm going to reset. Feel free to do the same. And then I'll start at the beginning, bridging. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale, I'm going to tuck my tailbone, I'm going to lift my hips up. I'm going to squeeze my left glute to stay stable. I'll march my right one up. Oh, and that feels so good on my hamstring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to send my legs straight, toe tap. Bring it back in. Straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. 7, 8. Then I'm going to take my legs straight and back for 8. Stretch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and remember those pretty circles on the ceiling? I'm gonna go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm going to reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, then I'll finish with a single leg bridge. I'm gonna set my hips down and up for 8. I was a little wobbly on the way down. Woo. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good job, 2, oh my goodness, and 1. Oh, so good. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my core complex, okay? I wanna go ahead and lengthen my legs up, and then what I wanna do is kind of, hear me out first. Think like a reverse crunch. I wanna slide my legs down the wall and pull my muscles in, and then I'm gonna slide it back up. I'm gonna squeeze in, 2, 3. If you don't feel really confident in your core, or sometimes you'll need something more obvious, but it's harder on the neck, okay? Shouldn't be harder on the neck, but it could be if your core is not huge. Want to curl up and lengthen. 4, 3. Now I feel pretty good. 2, so I'm gonna keep my head down, but that other one is an option. Now I'm gonna do it just on the right side. I'm gonna slide for 8. I'm squeezing my pelvis and my ribs together like an accordion, but for my obliques, for my core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'll switch. 8, relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to go into bent knee fallout. So can I have you lift your toes off the wall? I'm going to take my leg closest to you and I'm going to open to the side. And I'm going to squeeze my core and pull it back in. I'm going to open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll switch to the other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna open and close. Remember guys, anytime you need more like sensation, I want you to be able to create it, the magic from within you. But if you need external stimuli, feel free to curl up with these motions, okay? Totally up to you. I just don't want your neck to get tired. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, to finish this set, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my legs up the wall. This is totally acceptable to finish stretching like this. Sometimes I'll scoot my butt closer so I can just relax, stretching, getting my blood flowing. A lot of reasons why people get on the reformer. However, I like to challenge my clients. This is a test to know if your hamstring and core ratio are working in good order, okay? So I haven't done this today yet, so we'll see. I want my hamstrings to be decently long, that my core is strong enough to overcome how short or tight my hamstrings might be, okay? So depending on how far back I am or how close I am will kind of give me a good answer. There is no perfect angle, okay? So this is just feedback for you. So what I would do is I'm gonna take my hands up towards the ceiling, I'm gonna nod my chin, and I'm going to reach up for my ankles. I'm going to grab them. I'm gonna stretch, and I'll bring myself back down. I'm gonna inhale, exhale. Oh, reach, reach, reach. I'm gonna sit up tall, and then I'm gonna lengthen back down. That worked out, thank goodness. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm gonna curl. But the thing is, isn't to be perfect, it's just to be brave. Brave enough to try. 3, 4, 5. Remember, if you don't want to do this, you sit it out, girl. Mr. Man, whoever's watching. 6, 7. All right, let's get to the stretching. You deserve it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll to my side. I'm gonna start like I told you at the beginning. I'm gonna set my bottom closer to the wall, and then I'll do my swivel, and then I can leave my legs up there to stretch. I actually think I have more in me, so I'm gonna kind of army crawl over there. Yeah, and I can stretch out my calves. I can wiggle my toes. I can take my feet apart a little bit and do some ankle circles. You have really important lymph nodes in your ankles to help recirculate your blood, so this is nice to do that a little bit. Go the other way. And other things that might feel nice is if you take your legs out to the side. If you overcommit, just take your hands underneath and help push them back up. And then one other thing is while you're here, as long as it's okay on your knees, so if you bend and bend a little bit, it'll stretch out your bottom. You're a piriformis. I'll go and switch. But guys, thank you so much for coming here with me and hanging out. I hope this is a nice little 101, and feel free to enjoy any more of these stretches as I go ahead and end the video. Have a great day. Bye.